Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and their Golden State rivals to the north, the Oakland A's. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Oakland Athletics.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And known as one of the best framing catchers in the game, Jonathan LaCroix can beat you multiple fashions. Not only can he do it from a defensive standpoint, catching and throwing to second base, but he can also move the ball on the offensive side.
In now is Andrelton Simmons, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for the Angels, shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Here's the first pitch to him. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball 1. And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Great afternoon for baseball here. 71 degrees the temperature at first pitch. The 2-0 on the way. 2-1 now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
The count now at 2-2. count remains 2-2. Olson trying to get there, and foul. Two pitch is fouled away. And there's your first out of the inning.
Batting second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. His career numbers against Manaea, he's 2 for 3. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. 0-1 pitch on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Popped him up. Olson in foul ground. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, center fielder number 27.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the ever dangerous Mike Trout. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Just underway here in Oakland. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. Angels nothing, A's coming to bat. We're back after this on MLB Network. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup. Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side. That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
And this is taken in by Upton for the first out. Striding in for Oakland, Matt Chapman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
Richards, a California-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Swinging a soft liner, and that'll be the second out. Here's Matt Joyce now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Richards peers in. First pitch on the way. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Liner toward right center. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
A little 2-out lightning right there, Dan, in the first inning. Let's see if the cleanup hitter's got anything in store.
Boy, what looked like such an easy and a promising easy inning for the pitcher. Now he has to deal with the Thunder, the cleanup hitter coming up.
Here's Chris Davis now. And he fouls this one off. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Joyce rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the run will score as the A's get off to a 1-0 lead.
That's why you have to close the door when you can. They had 2 outs, but the 3-hole hitter rips a single, bringing the cleanup man to the plate, and he does what he's paid to do, cash in an RBI opportunity with a well-hit double.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. His past history with Richards, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. The 1-0. Swinging a high pop-up to the left side. Schimpf will put this one away, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Don't touch that remote more. Here's Justin Upton now.
Leading off with the Angels, left fielder Justin
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there. Popped him up. And there's the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, Chris Young. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And a relay to the plate. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. His career numbers against Minaya, he's just 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman.
1 strike.
Drilled right back up the middle. And Ibar can't get to it. It's a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Cole Calhoun comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ripped down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. And now for the Angels, Martin Maldonado. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Ball and a strike.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Maldonado behind the ball and 2 strikes. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1-1. In now, Stephen Piscotty. He'll start things out against Garrett Richards as we get the inning underway. Here comes the first pitch. Dribbled up the line. That rolls foul for strike 1. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. The 1-1 is taken down and in for a ball. And the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Next up for the A's, Dustin Fowler. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. He'll throw back to second to get the out, and that's going to be all they get. Boy, a risky play there, but it pays off.
Definitely a risky and aggressive play from the pitcher there, but he made it work out. They practice plays like that a lot in spring training, so it paid off this time.
First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 home. This is foul right side. Fowler, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Here's Eric Ibar now. Here's a high pop-up. Simmons is there for it. And the inning is over. The A's strand one. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Welcome back to Oakland as we're set for the start of the third from the Coliseum here on MLB Network.
Third baseman, Ryan Schiff.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for a hit. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. No one out with a runner at second. Popped him up. Olsen on the move, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
So there's the first out here in the Angels' third, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Takes a knee-high fastball. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Ian Kinsler goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 2-0 now.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1. Justin Upton would be next if they can keep this inning alive. No offer there from Trout as that misses, and he'll take the walk. Digging in to try it again, Justin Upton. He popped out in his first trip. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Schimpf on second. Trout at first. 2 out in the inning. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes for naught as the side is retired. Angels strand a couple. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jed Lowry. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Lowry.
High in the air out to center field. There to take it is Trout, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. The 1-1. is put in play to the right side of the infield. Up with it is Kinsler on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
Left fielder number 23, Matt.
Ready for another chance, Matt Joyce. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Chris Young. And he made it exciting early on as he circled the bases with an inside the park home run his first time up. Now a swing and a little flare out to left. And he is going to have extra bases to start the fourth. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Young stands at second with no outs. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Now after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Stepping in now, Martin Maldonado as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. First time up, he went down looking. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Angels strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Striding in once again, Chris Davis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Outside with the fastball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game. He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
3-2, full count. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Davis will round first and make his way to second now. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
He's been making it look real easy out there. 2 at-bats, 2 doubles. They might want to think about pitching around him the next time he steps in because he looks locked in for this one.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. Popped him up. Maldonado moving to his left. And he brings it in on the warning track. stepping in and ready for another shot. Stephen Piscotty. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. In his career, Piscotty has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. Waved that and missed, and he's behind 0-2. From the stretch. Line to the right side. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
Center fielder number 11, Justin Fowler.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. 0-1 the count. Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Again, another foul ball. One and two, here it comes. And that misses 2-2.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Richards comes set. Here's the 2-2.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
One left for Oakland. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. Standing in, Ryan Schimpf. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
Hit hard back up the middle. Ibar fields it cleanly. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 2,
In now is Andrelton Simmons. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Here's the 2-1 home. Popped him up. Olsen in foul ground, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Andrelton Simmons becomes the second out here in inning number 5. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the A's catcher.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
There's Kinsler at second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The batter, number 00.
Here's Eric Ibar now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the A's so far. Pulled toward right center field. Kinsler shading to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Jed Lowry now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking his zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
Popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Trout. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A shot down the first baseline. But a foul ball here. 0-1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Here's Chris Young. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Oh, 0-1. Here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay up.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays in.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Chapman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1-0 home. Is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So with a man aboard now, the RBI men will have an opportunity with nobody out in the inning.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Striding in once again, Matt Joyce. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Now another 1-2. Hit back toward the mound. Simmons is there, and there's one down now.
Now batting, designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 7th inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Joyce comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Now batting,
Digging in to try it again, Martin Maldonado. No hits to this point. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Ready once again, Ryan Schimpf. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. A ball and a strike. 1-1 home. This is pulled into right. Piscotty is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Andrelton Simmons.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Andrelton Simmons. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a slider. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to count to Andrelton Simmons.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. This is in the air out to right. Piscotty is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Angels leave 1. Score ready for another shot now. Matt Olson. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Up around the face.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Ready for another chance. Stephen Piscotty, a hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in once again, Dustin Fowler, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident. Attack.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. A's are gone and ordered. Score remains tied. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Liam Hendricks been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 31, Liam Hendricks.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. Taken there by Lowry. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Well, look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Counts even to Trout, 1-1. 1-1. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. The 1-2. He goes with the slider that time, and it's driven to deep right field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
And a curveball in for a strike. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him. And a swing there from Upton as this is on the ground to short. And there are 2 away now.
The batter, designated hitter, Chris.
Digging in and looking for more, Chris Young trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he fights him off here to foul this one over toward the right side, and it'll remain 0-2.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
The next 0-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Another 0-2 coming. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. Angels do get one, however, on the Mike Trout home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's now 2-1 Angels.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Angels.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Mano-a-mano with Blake Parker. He's 1 for 2.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
Popped him up. Kinsler has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 0.
Striding in for Oakland, Eric Ibar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
high in the air into shallow left center. Trout coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Jed Lowry. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way out in front. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Ready with the payoff pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Simmons is there. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, he's a .375 hitter. Missed with a breaking ball.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher. The 1-2 is a slider taken for a ball.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. At the plate, Ryan Schimpf has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
The 2-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Angels are gone in order. They lead it 2-1. Cam Bedrosian comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 32, Cam Bedrosian.
He's set and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Bedrosian has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss stuff. Really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty B, and I think what we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now in the 8th and 9th inning, big power arm guys that have really 2 good pitches that they can strike you out with, and that's what this guy is here. If he doesn't have one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Matt Chapman is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Here comes the first pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Here's the 1-1 now to Joyce. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. Weak grounder back to the mound. On to first, and now the A's are down to their final out. Here's Chris Davis now. He was a double play victim last time around. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Here's the 0-1. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Last strike now for Oakland. And the changeup is way low that time. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And folks, this ball game is tied. So a solo shot here to left center field as we are all knotted up at 2. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
Now batting, first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Late that time for a strike.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head, and just fight.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Some 2-out success, and that means Stephen Piscotty will bat this inning.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. The 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
Now the 2-0. Ball 3. 3-0. Dustin Fowler would be next. The 3-0. Seared down the first baseline. And he might have done it. Can they score that runner from first?
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Up next, the speedy outfielder Dustin Fowler. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I kind of like the aggressive attitude right here. I know he's in a jam. What does he do? He goes to his best stuff, and that's the fastball.
Here's a strike.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. In now is Andrelton Simmons. In previous meetings with Liam Hendricks, he's a .375 hitter. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Blake Trinan is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. Ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. And now for the Angels, Ian Kinsler struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. No balls and a strike to count. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Soft liner towards short. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game over.
1-0 the count. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1.
Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the field back for it.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And Trout has himself a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
Hey, Debro, looks like they might finally have something going after that base hit. First and third, 1 out, and maybe now they can get something started.
Yeah, you could tell the third base coach was going to be aggressive right there, right? A nice read by both him and the base runner to take that extra base and put them in scoring position. They've been struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses Lowe. The 3-1 pitch. Weak chopper up the line. And a barehanded attempt, but he can't get his palm around it. In to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-2 ball game. Throw won't get him.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chris Young.
He's set. Here it comes. He takes a high fastball for a strike.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Here's Jeffrey Marte now. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Ball one to start the at-bat. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. The 1-0 is outside for a ball. Career against Blake Trinan. He's 2 for 4. Now the 2-0. 3-0 now. Martin Maldonado would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4. Ready now for L.A. Martin Maldonado. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Chris Hatcher is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Jim Johnson takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a miss at a ball down. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 2-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. Lucroy will take the turn and head for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball. His lifetime numbers against Jim Johnson. The pitchers owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Lucroy leads off second with nobody out. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Maldonado gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Ibar is retired, and there's one away. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Jed Lowry. And he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run behind him in the on-deck circle. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And that'll plate the runner from second and make it a bit more interesting at 5-3 now. And he'll get in there safely.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. The 1-1 home. Is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You can see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Here now the 2-2. Misses Lowe. Good take on the curveball there. Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him. Here's Matt Joyce now. His lifetime numbers against Jim Johnson. He's just 1 for 6. First offering on its way. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first here is going to be in time as the Angels move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. Cam Bedrosian claims the win out of the pen, his first. Jim Johnson earns the save out of the bullpen, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for